The Battle of Guadalcanal was the second step in the Allies' counterattack against the Japanese menace. It was a major step towards Japan's coup de grace, and moreover, the end of World War II. Basically, it was a battle of attrition, from August 7, 1942 to February 9, 1943, making it one of the longest battles of the war. In the end, after a successful defensive stand, the US, with Australian aid, won. But what if the Japanese succeeded? Certainly that wouldn't be good. They'd become stronger. That equals more time devoted to the war, and consequently, more casualties. But more specifically, how much could they recoil, if they could at all? Let's look at the specifics. First, how significant was Guadalcanal? To the Japanese, they'd be able to cut off sea routes between Australia, New Zealand, and America. To the Americans, they'd be able to protect and work better with their South Pacific allies. So if the Japanese won, it'd be a united we stand, divided we fall scenario. With the ability to block off the US from its allies, Japan could more easily take over those South Pacific countries. This means more resources, space, and overall, power. Furthermore, Japan would have greater ease pushing westward towards Southeast Asia, leading to even more resources. However, even with this advantage, it wouldn't have been enough to change the war itself. First of all, Japan was still outnumbered. By 1943, the Americans by themselves had over 9 million troops. It'd take Japan until the actual end of World War II to reach only 2/3 that number. So the US and its allies could still power through with sheer force and good tactics. Next, Japan was limited geographical-wise. After the Battle of Midway, well known for turning the tide in the Pacific War, power in the Pacific Ocean was equal between the US and Japan, with the US now on the offensive. Japan was already losing territory, and furthermore, defending what they had would be very difficult due to the vast distances between their lands. In the end, winning the Battle of Guadalcanal would help the Japanese defense-wise, but would only delay the inevitable. At best, they could hold back the Allies long enough maybe to evoke thoughts of a truce, but the most plausible result is just a longer battle of attrition.